HST! Gilles Bisson, the First Nations Aboriginal critic from the ONDP. Big hand, thanks.
Thank you. First of all, my introduction, Gilles Bisson from Timmins James Bay. I want to bring greetings from the Mishkegawuk people from the James Bay, Waban, and also the people from Constance Lake who are fighting the same fight. Because we understand what this is all about. There was an agreement with the Crown, 1764, that said that First Nations wouldn't have to pay these taxes and you would allow us to share your land. Well, you know what? You've held your part of the bargain. Not only have you allowed us to share your land, we have profited. And what has happened to your communities? Exactly. And so here we are in this year, 2010, and a provincial government in the name of Dalton McGuinty says, I want to do an HST, and goes forward and does it, and doesn't keep in place the exemption at point of sale that has been there with the PST from time before. So the government says, well, it's not our fault, it's Stephen Harper's. Hooey!
Get rid of him!
Who put the tax in place in Ontario? Was it Stephen Harper or was it our friend Dalton McGuinty? And I say to people, don't allow yourselves to be hoodwinked. This government is the one that put in place the HST, and if I was the government and Andrew Horwath was the premier, we would have never done so in the first place, but if you did, you ensure that the exemption is there at the beginning of negotiations. It was the provincial government's responsibility to hold sacred those treaties that we signed with you, and one of the understandings in the treaty was that we would share the land and we wouldn't charge you tax back. Well, the very least they could have done is to ensure that the point of sale exemption was there. So where do we go from here? Pay my rent, that would be a good start. I'm with you, brother. We need to pay our rent to you. That's exactly the point. So where do we go from here? I think it's important that you get together in the way you are here, as people have been doing across the province, to get the media to tell your story, to put some pressure on the provincial governments to ensure they do what's right. I'm here today to tell you that Andrew Horwath, the leader of the New Democratic Party, and the rest of the NDP provincially and federally are with you at this fight, but not only on the HST, but my friends, to honor what it is that we set out to do many years ago. And that is to build a country that all of us can find a job, that all of us can have a house, that all of us can eat 3 square meals a day, and that we can live in a country that allows everybody to have an equal opportunity when it comes to be able to prosper. As I look at the communities on the James Bay, and I look at the communities on Highway 11 that I represent, certainly that has not been the case. And my friends, we've worked towards that day where in fact, at the end, we keep our word that we had with you many years ago, and that we ensure that in the end, that we all can prosper in this land we call Ontario. Merci beaucoup, and miigwech.
Thank you, Gilles.